Here's a segment from the latest edition of St. Charles Parish Today, a monthly local talk show.
When you think of the Department of Planning and Zoning, the word permit may immediately come to mind. And to be sure, P&Z is the place to go if you want to start a business, build a home, or even add a swimming pool. But planning and zoning also deals with comprehensive land use planning, and that can ensure a bright future for our parish. From providing direction to improve the LA 52 corridor, or providing for smart industrial growth with a low impact to residents. Here to talk about those hot topics with regard to planning and zoning, and of course permits, is Department Director Michael Albert. Thank you so much for being on the show today.
Oh, thank you. There's a lot of exciting things going on in St. Charles Parish. So
yeah,
it's
definitely.
Good to be here.
First of all, let me introduce you. This is Michael Albert. He's the new Planning and Zoning Director, for those who may not know. My first question, I'm going to kind of start from the beginning.
Sure.
And what planning and zoning does. What would you say is the biggest misconception about what planning and zoning does as a department that maybe the people out in the public have?
That's easy. The biggest misconception is that we are the Department of No, that we inhibit development. But in actuality, we issued several hundred residential permits last year. We guide people through the development process, help people determine what the best legal use of their land is, and really assist neighborhoods with code enforcement issues and ensuring that their neighborhood is what they want it to be.
Right, okay. Well, one of the most common things you help residents and businesses with is permits. And I know there's some information that's going to be coming out hopefully soon about permits and what people should know about when they need permits, when they don't need permits. Can you expand a little bit more on that?
The best thing you can do is call and ask. Permitting is always a difficult thing because people don't know. Do I need a permit for windows? Do I need a permit to take out a wall? The best thing to do is talk with the department, see where it is, because with permitting, you want to make sure that your contractors are doing what they're supposed to, and that's a check that helps you to ensure you're getting the best work done. And there's certain projects that people will do in their homes, and without permits, your insurance might not cover it. For instance, windows. If you change the windows out in your house, but didn't permit it properly, if there's a hurricane event and those windows blow out, you might not get reimbursed for the damage if that wasn't done properly. So while it is a somewhat difficult step, it's definitely to the residents' benefit to go ahead and take care of those things.
Right, and it saves their pocketbook in the end.
Right, and when we provide the applications and the permit techs are there helping you, there is a list with everything that needs to be done. So if you feel like you're missing something or you don't understand what needs to be turned in, call up the department, and there are people that are willing to help you with that.
Definitely, and I'll plug our website too. We have those permit applications on our website, so if you're ever looking and you just want to see maybe what's available, what needs to be filled out, you can always do that.
Right.
So P&Z has some big projects coming up. One of them actually recently just got completed, which is the Paul Mallard Revitalization Plan. Can you tell me a little bit more about that and what's maybe on the horizon for implementing that plan?
Sure. That plan is really an extension of the parish's comprehensive plan. You'll see more of this over time. Areas will be evaluated and growth plans will be put in place for them. The Paul Mallard plan is very comprehensive. It looks at the infrastructure, so they'll be working on the roads, trying to implement sidewalks, make it more pedestrian and bike friendly for the people that are living there and conducting business there. We will also look to put new regulations in that will guide development over time. So when new properties come in, new businesses come in, they'll really coordinate better with the neighborhoods in terms of landscaping, how things look, where your parking is located. The intent is really to return it to that community center style boulevard that it was in the past.
Right, and a big main idea is quality of life, like you say.
Correct.
P&Z also has another project coming up, which is to kind of modernize the zoning code, which was first written in 1981. Tell us about that.
The zoning code was written in 1981. So we regulate certain things like typewriter repair, and I don't know when the last time you had your typewriter repaired was, but that's the kind of thing that really needs to be updated and fixed. We're going through and looking at everything. We are very business friendly, and some people might not think that, but one of the first things that we are looking at are the regulations for home occupations. And it's somewhat convoluted right now, so we're trying to simplify it and make it easier on residents to get through that process, to start their small business out of their home, and then hopefully move it into the community We're also looking at things like the Board of Adjustment, what they actually do and have to see, and really a comprehensive look at what uses are permitted in the zone. So we're just trying to be proactive and get ahead of it.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd want to mention about planning and zoning?
Oh, geez. Well, we just started a kickoff of a project that would do some really good things for the bicycle trails in the parish.
Okay.
And getting some funding to start connecting those trails to the neighborhoods, or really so that you can start your bicycle trip either at your home or your business or your neighborhood park and get safely to those river trails. And I mean, this is a 2 or 3 year thing, but I think it'll be a really good extension of the river trail system that's been ongoing for the past few years.
Right, and definitely an improvement because, you know, bike and pedestrian travel is something that's kind of been overlooked in the past.
Right, and you know, it's always one of those foreign things that, you know, we're in cars all the time, but once it's there, it's definitely an amenity that people are looking for, and I think it'll be a drawing factor when people are judging here or other places.
Right. All right. Well, we'll look forward to that, and thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Watch the entire episode at www.scptoday.com or on SCP TV.